If you put in a little bit of work, you can make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. Boom, 9 days, 200% return on my money. Absolutely crazy.
Hello?
Hey, Justin.
Hey, Pace, how's it going?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing great myself. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. What do you got for me? Tell me about the deal you need help with.
It's a cash deal. Do have the end buyer, A to B, B to C already signed. And yeah, buyer is inspecting the property on Thursday. Things got messed up with MLK Day. I said, no worries. They're putting down their $2,500 in earnest money soon. So yeah, already got in contact with title. I'm using Shapitz and Dean, who are superstars. But the only problem was, which is why I reached out to you, perfect timing with your Insta post, was the earnest money problem of, I said I was going to get 2,000 yet again. It's refundable. Typically, it's never a big problem. But I said, why not use you just to, build a relationship and see if there's an opportunity for business.
Let's do it. All right. So usually what I do is when I fund somebody's EMD, I take a portion of their wholesale contract. If I fund the EMD, what would you be willing to pay me?
Would you be, just because I would love to do it multiple times, I would love to do it for every deal that I do.
Of course, I'd love to do it too.
Yeah, that being said, do you ever do a set fee? Like, is that ever a case?
Yeah, I have a couple of clients that I do Gator lending for. Usually what they do is they'll pay me like a flat fee of like $2,000. Those are like repeat clients. The ones that I do my first deal with, usually this is kind of how it works, is I'll fund, let's say $2,000 or $3,000 and they'll give me like 30% of their wholesale fee, but I don't want to do that to you. Let's do a bunch of deals together.
I love the way you're thinking too. I'll tell you what we do is we acquire a bunch of properties all over the country. We started to use cartel mode, so we're getting a bunch of deals and finding a bunch of buyers. And the thing is, our criteria, we stay under $500,000 and we only do 1% EM. So it's always only going to be 5,000 or less, which is why we can do a bunch of deals. And for a flat rate fee at that rate where you're never going to put over 5,000 in risk, if we could do like, I'm cool with 3,000 and that's on top of whatever you put in. So if you're putting down that and then I just keep giving you 3,000, or for the first deal, we can start off and we can do, because we're set to make 25 on this one. You're looking out and helping me out to where if you want to do a flat rate of you're putting down 2 for me, I give you out 4.
Let's do it. I'm done.
Okay. And then do you have a agreement that you already have? I'm assuming you already have a template.
Yeah, so I have my attorney drafted all the Gator docs for this kind of stuff. What I'll do is I'll put you and Molly, my transaction coordinator, in an email here in like 5 minutes. What we'll do is we'll send you a JV agreement, you sign it, we'll wire the money today.
Okay, perfect. Straight to the attorneys. I'm guessing you'll just get the information for that. Okay.
Yeah, what Molly will typically do is Molly will call and she'll talk to the attorney and say, hey, I'm the transaction coordinator, we're wiring the earnest money. And then she'll explain my relationship where you and I are JVing on the deal. She'll say, hey, I represent the JV partner, Pace Morby. Just want to make sure you guys are aware where the EMD is coming from and where it needs to be sent back at the close of escrow so that they know where to send not only the $2,000, but the $4,000.
Another question as well, just because I also want to know if there's any risk, because we do refundable earnest money. If anything were to go south, and obviously it's refundable, it's like no harm, no foul type of thing, and you guys just get your money back.
Yeah.
We obviously don't. Okay.
Yeah. So like what happens a lot of times, because I understand this in the wholesale world, I'm also a wholesaler, but what'll happen is, let's say we go in, and I do this even in states where it's non-refundable, but I have written the paperwork. So like, let's say you go work in a state like Texas, okay? Georgia is a refundable state, which means you don't need the seller's permission to get your EMD back. In Texas, you do. And so what I do is I tell my wholesalers, I say, hey, use this purchase contract in the state of Texas or other states like Utah, where not only you have to request your EMD back, but the seller has to give you permission to get it back, even if it's during your inspection period. I don't know if you knew that.
That is interesting.
So we have paperwork that makes it so the seller in the very first purchase contract releases their right to be required to get permission to release your EMD. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can send that contract over to you as well, so you guys can use my wholesale contract for future stuff. I'll fund all of your EMD. Like anytime you guys have EMD, I'll fund all of it.
Awesome. So you're cool with set rate of 3,000 for each one, and as far as this first one, just because it's the first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send over an email to you and Molly, my transaction coordinator. We'll wire $2,000 today, and then you guys close escrow in a couple of weeks, or actually like 9 days, it looks like.
Yeah, we close on the 27th.
Cool. Then I'll get my $2,000 back plus $4,000, and then we'll go do this 100 more times this year.
Sounds good, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right. You have a blessed one.
Okay. See ya. So guys, that's the beautiful thing about Gator lending is that I don't have to find the deal, right? This guy, Justin, found the deal and he also found the buyer, and he's saying, all I need is EMD. So I'm funding $2,000 off of my line of credit that I got from PCS. It's not even my money, which is cool. And in 9 days, I will make $4,000 for literally just wiring money, using the right paperwork, and getting, I will literally, what is that return? That's 100% return. That's 200% return on my money in 9 days. 200% return in 9 days. That is the coolest thing. It's the easiest way to get into a real estate transaction, is doing exactly what I just did right there. So I never even post about this. I rarely even talk about it because I really try and push business to all the other people in the Gator method. But this one wholesaler, just one relationship with a wholesaler, will probably make my company $300,000, maybe $400,000 this year. And then in doing business with him, obviously I'm a content creator as well. As a content creator, I will also prop him up and give him more business where people will bring more deals to him that he can go sell for them, and I can be the person funding even the EMD there. If you put in a little bit of work, you can make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. And this conversation, I don't even know Justin's name. This will be my first deal with him, but let's see, Justin Bradford. And the address that he's funding is actually a deal I saw. Somebody sent this deal to me for me to buy. I go, I don't want to buy it. It's not a good deal for me. I don't live there. It's probably better for somebody else to buy it. So Justin runs into it, and then I make a little Instagram post. I'm like, hey, anybody need EMD? And that's how I found Justin. But how do you find all these guys? Is you go into wholesale Facebook groups and you just tell people, like, hey, I can fund your EMD. Who needs help with funding EMD? I'm a Gator. Like, I just do the Gator method. If you guys need EMD, boom, 9 days, 200% return on my money. Absolutely crazy.